Hello and a very warm welcome to you from me, Peter Brackley. This is the Artemio Franchi Stadium in Florence, and the occasion is a most important one for a Fiorentina side anxiously needing a win to keep their Scudetto hopes alive. Victory over Napoli here really is imperative for Claudio Ranieri's team. Going into the weekend matches in second place, they trail the leaders Milan by 7 points. Gabriel Batistuta returns to the Fiorentina side after a one-match ban. He'll resume his fruitful striking partnership with Baiano, but Piacentini is still out through injury, and missing too is Padalino. He's suspended. Malushi comes in at the back, and Coes starts in midfield. Surprisingly, though, for the first time this season, Rui Costa has been left out. Well, Napoli's coach, Vujadin Boskov, was satisfied with his team's overall display despite defeat in last week's home game with Juventus. Today, they're strengthened by Fausto Pari's return from suspension, although Pizzi is out for the same reason. Up front, Agostini is preferred to Di Napoli alongside Imbriani. Away we go then as Fiorentina kick off. It's a really big weakness for them. As well as staying in touch with Milan in the league, they have a midweek date coming up with Inter in the Italian Cup. Fiorentina taking a 3-1 lead to the San Siro from the first leg of the semi-final here in Florence. But all minds for now focused on today's encounter. The Viola have been squandering too many points really lately, even though they're unbeaten in 12 Serie A fixtures. They've won only one of the last 4. And Napoli will be seeking a spot of revenge too, having lost the earlier meeting between the two this season. Result that in truth was totally against the run of play. This is Tarantino. Well, Luther Blissett is alongside me in the commentary box this afternoon. Luther, your thoughts on the afternoon ahead?
Well, I think it's a very important afternoon for Fiorentina today. Obviously, they really need to win because Milan are beginning to pull away a little bit, and if they're going to keep in touch, they've got to get a result today. Napoli won't make it easy for them because, obviously, revenge is obviously on their minds, and they'll be able to get one over on them today.
It's away for a corner to Napoli, who won only twice away from home in Serie A this season. They've been beaten on 4 occasions. Ayala, the Argentine, who's come up from the back. Here's Pecchio then taking this corner kick. Away by Coes. Then Batistuta. He was certainly surprised not to see Rui Costa's name on the team sheet. Sotil in the lineup ahead of him. Any thoughts on that at all, Luther?
Yeah, but it definitely was a surprise not to see him playing because I think he's a very influential player, and I think they might probably miss him today because it's a result they really need. And if anyone's going to get those passes through to Batistuta and Baiano, it's going to be Rui Costa.
He has been substituted on no less than 14 occasions this season, Rui Costa, and it was Sotil who replaced him last weekend when Fiorentina disappointingly failed to beat the bottom side Cremonese, a goalless draw to the dismay of Ranieri. It's Agostini who clashed there with Serena. Agostini back up front then for Napoli this afternoon. The man they call the Condor. Russo to find Stefan Schwarz, the Swedish international. Serena making the burst down this left side. Is run though curtailed by Busso, who is a former Fiorentina player. It was his second club after he began with Juventus as a teenager. Foul on Batistuta. Ranieri will be so relieved to have him back in the side today, Batistuta. In his last appearance, he scored a hat-trick, of course, in the Italian Cup semi-final. And he was sorely missed last week at Cremonese. And it is Batistuta, the Argentine international, who is taking charge of this free kick. It's certainly within shooting range for him. 14 goals in Serie A so far this season. This time nothing to trouble Giuseppe Tagliatella, who, as we saw last week against Juventus, looks a very accomplished goalkeeper.
How many strikes is here, and quite easy for the goalkeeper. the Italian walls always seem to jump, and if the ball's kept on the floor, it will always get through.
That looked to be handled then. Indeed it was. By Bayano.
I think he's telling the referee, am I not allowed to use one hand?
And he has been cautioned for that offence. No real argument about it either. Bayano getting the first yellow card of the game. Cruz taking the free kick for Napoli. That was Bayano. It goes Schwarz, now Batistuta. Looking to take on Cruz, still Batistuta. Terrific run. Was he tumbled then? The referee says no.
I think he's made a bit of a meal of that. If he'd stayed on his feet, I think he'd have probably finished with a good shot at goal, but I think he chose to actually go down.
Well, he lost his balance, that's for sure. Was he barged over then by Cruz?
No, I think he made a little bit more of that than actually there was.
Ayala. Tackle was from Batistuta, and it was mistimed.
Most tackles are when forwards make them.
Absolutely. Serena, the former Sampdoria man, looking to release Bayano. But Baldini was equal to the task.
I think obviously the idea of leaving Rui Costa out is obviously they're going to play a lot more direct. They want to get the ball forward quicker because they obviously see the importance of actually trying to win the game.
Here's Batistuta trying to wriggle through. Busso was in the way. Now Pecchia. But he is such a talent, Rui Costa. I find it hard to believe they have left him out. But then Ranieri seems to take him off so often. This time he's decided to dispense with his service right from the off.
Yes, well,
it's the first time he's left him out.
That's right, but they do say he'd like him to release the ball a lot quicker. And that's probably one of the reasons why he's decided to leave him out.
Rui Costa, who's Fiorentina's record signing, £5 million from Benfica. He came as close as anyone really to scoring last week along with Carnasciali, and the goal is drawn at Cremonese. Meantime, here's Agostini threatening for Napoli.
Very poor quality on that cross. I mean, his touch in the first place wasn't a particularly good one, and he gave himself a very bad angle. If he had had a better touch, he probably could have had a shot at goal. He's forced himself wide and then tried to get his foot around it, but put it straight behind the goal.
Yes, he looked rather nervy then.
He's probably thinking about the crowd having a go at him again.
You don't let things like that get to you, do you?
I never hear it.
Those earplugs are useful. They're smashing those earplugs, aren't they? Amoruso. Napoli working very hard, as we saw last week against Juventus. Just a word, Luther, on your debut as the new coach of Watford.
Yes, but I mean, it was obviously disappointing that we didn't end up winning the game, but it was quite an interesting start going 2-0 up. But I think the players just ran out of steam a little bit, so it's back to the drawing board.
Well, I wish you well with that.
Thank you very much.
Belushi.
If you've got any luck going, I'll have some of that as well.
You're going to need some, Luther, to get out of trouble, really. Godin. This is Cruz. Did well. He's found Agostini. Vecchia set off into the middle. Imbriani in there too.
Oh, he's delayed that far too long. He doesn't seem particularly confident at the moment, Agostini, does he? Seems to hesitate an awful lot when he's getting the ball and not sure where it wants to do with it.
Well, he's certainly a very experienced player with his 6th club now in Serie A. He's 32, and he was the leading goal scorer last season with 9, but only 4 in Serie A this season. Coes. Seem to be drifting out very wide, Agostini, rather than providing his menace in the penalty box. This is Baldini now breaking from the back. Had a good game last week against Juventus, who half owned him.
Very unlucky there. If he could have got that return, I think that could have been the first goal of the game. A lot of misplaced passes at the moment, Peter. The players really just got to take a bit more care with their deliveries and passing at the moment.
That was Agostini's pass. Led on by Fausto Pari to Tarantino. Pari again. He's no stranger to midfield, although he has been playing in defence for Napoli. He, of course, was in midfield for Sampdoria in that Scudetto season. Here's Pari now. Not a bad strike either. And Tolo couldn't hold on to it. And Brzica very nearly got caught out then as he dwelled on the ball.
I thought he had a lot more time than he actually did.
Schwarz for Fiorentina, who certainly had an escape there. A shot from Pari that very nearly embarrassed Francesco Toldo.
Napoli at the moment are getting far quicker into their tackles, and their support play at the moment is a lot better than what Fiorentina's doing. So slowly they're getting the upper hand.
Not really playing with too much conviction so far, Fiorentina, as that illustrated there. A mistake by Amoruso that could be punished. Agostini trying to force his way through.
Fine strike. Goalkeeper really, I mean, the ball's bounced just in front of him and he was a long time getting up.
Brzica. An optimistic pass. Well read too by Cruz. And here come Napoli again. Imbriani. He's got Tarantino away to his left. Tarantino with the cross. Plucked out of the air. Fairly comfortably too by Francesco Toldo.
Yeah, it was a poor effort as a cross. And
And Ayala taking no risks there with Batistuta right behind him.
He did very well. So I thought for one moment he was going to try and head it actually back to the goalkeeper.
He knows all about his fellow South American. Indeed, his fellow Argentine.
Yeah, he's had a little look. He knows exactly where he's at, and he's made his mind up. He's going to clear that one.
The corner from Schwarz. Carnashali has arrived in the middle now. Keeper's lost it, but I think he was pushed. Indeed, the free kick has been given.
Yeah, they'll always get things like that in the area, goalkeepers.
You said that with feeling.
Yes, yeah, as you do.
Well, there were two players who converged on him then. No question that wasn't a foul. Oh, Batistuta. Some untidy defending by Napoli. They really lost their concentration then.
They did, yeah. I mean, it's happened on a few occasions as well. I mean, both teams have been guilty of the same offence. And that, I should imagine, where the first goal would probably come about through bad passing or lack of concentration somewhere.
On by Coes. Carnashali. He was tripped then by Tarantino.
Well, if they concede a goal from this one, the manager will not be very pleased indeed. I mean, he's going nowhere, and there's no need for him to do it.
Nervous defending by Napoli. And they need to be nervous with this man around, Batistuta.
Yeah, but I should think Schwarz will probably take this one. It's ideally placed for the left footer. Mind you, that's if he can get Batistuta off it.
Keep your eyes on Batistuta. And here is Stefan Schwarz. It's Schwarz with the drive, and Luther Blissett was spot on.
The only thing missing was the ball in the back of the net, Peter.
And this is why I'm a commentator and you're a coach. Absolutely right. Schwarz getting it with some venom. He's yet to score in Serie A since his move from Arsenal back in the summer.
He never really got over the top of that one, but it didn't miss by very far.
Takia. Switching the play. Fine Busso. On by Bordin to Agostini. Still Bordin. And a good strong challenge then by Serena, who seems to have settled into this left-back role now. He has played a variety of positions, of course. Hauled in with a throw. And it was a missed kick, really, by Agostini.
Not having the best of times, is he? I mean, he really could have probably tried to control that rather than strike it first time.
But they are at least creating opportunities, which is more really than Fiorentina are doing.
That's right, but I think Fiorentina really do need somebody to put their foot on the ball and just slow their attacks down a little bit so they can pick a few holes in the defence. I think they're going a bit too direct.
Bajika, Garnashali. It's a good cross in. Coes was in the middle with Baiano. Neither could get a decisive contact on the cross. Pari to bring it away. And intelligently too, finding Imbriani. Agostini. There was a tentative touch by him though. Off goes Batistuta now. Trying to plough his way through the middle. And he was impeded then by Ayala.
I think he's a bit fortunate there.
I'm not sure where he was going, Luther.
No, that's the thing. I mean, there was no way he was going to get on the end of that one once he played the ball.
Ayala, who stood in his way, and the referee has given the free kick. Again, it's in a dangerous position, and maybe Batistuta will fancy this one. Amoruso, another man who's dangerous from long range, with 10 minutes of the first half remaining. Here is Batistuta. Oh, fabulous goal.
Magnificent. Right, it was just a matter of time, I think, when they were going to get a goal from one of these free kicks they've been given away at the edge of the box. And a fantastic finish from Batistuta there.
And that surely now will ease those Fiorentina nerves. Batistuta with a classic free kick that curled into the corner. Goal number 15 in Serie A for him this season. And at last, the Fiorentina fans, so passionate about their team, have something to cheer about.
Oh, it was a great strike, wasn't it? I mean, the goalkeeper's seen it, but I don't think he'd have had no way was he going to stop that one. I mean, that's exactly into the top corner. And he hits it with such venom. I mean, that might even have come off the bottom of the crossbar.
14 goals in his last, including this one, 15 games now, Batistuta. He only got one in the first 2 months of the season, but his campaign has really taken off now. The man they call Batigol, the leading scorer in Serie A last season, of course, with 26. 18 of them were in this stadium. And he has delighted the home fans yet again with another stunning strike.
They did need something to lift them, really, because they had really been struggling to get any form of attacks going whatsoever, and that out of the blue has really now fired them up, I should think.
It was Batistuta, remember, who was brought down for the free kick. And Batistuta, who dispatched it past Tagliatella with awesome accuracy. Coes. Five goals in his last 5 games now against Napoli. And what a crucial one it is for Fiorentina, who certainly weren't at their most fluent in the first half an hour. Ayala, the man who conceded that free kick. That's Busso. Ayala again. Showed too much of it to Bajika. Snapping hungrily into the tackle. Baiano slipped on for Batistuta. He's away again from Baiano's pass. Batistuta!
Never got hold of that one. Probably snatched it a little bit than he really needed to, but very, very keen to have a shot always, which is great to see from a centre forward.
We're inside now, the last minute of the first half. And here's Stefan Schwarz for Fiorentina. Schwarz, now Serena. And Fiorentina, I think, is settling for this for the halfway stage. They haven't been at their best, but they have this one-goal advantage, thanks to Gabriel Batistuta. Garnashali. Bayano. He's dragged Baldini out of the middle. This is Garnashali. Garnashali's cross after Bayano had released him. Batistuta.
What good defending from there. The defenders there, very good defending. I mean, he's jumped early and prevented Batistuta getting anywhere near that one. Excellent defending.
1 minute of injury time to be added on. This will be a familiar sight now in Italian games.
Yeah, apparently they're debating whether we should be doing that in the English game at the moment, because there's been some very dubious extra time being played.
But is it 1 minute exactly, or 1 minute and 5 seconds and 10 seconds?
Well, this is it. The outside timekeeper will know it's 1 minute, and that'll be it.
What happens if there's an injury now?
Probably call it a day.
That's Amoruso. Down by Garnashali, who's kept going. Batistuta trying to deliver the service to him. Bajika with Garnashali. Now Belushi, Fiorentina building from the back. But that is the last action of the first period. They weren't really all that convincing, Fiorentina, but they have the one goal that matters so far. Scored in clinical fashion. Another brilliant free kick from Gabriel Batistuta. And that is the way of it then at half-time. Fiorentina leading Napoli in this crucial game for them at the top of Serie A by 1-0.
Do you like it here? We're one big happy family, aren't we, Debs?
Thank you. Yeah.
That's your photocopier. Poison. Departure lounge.
Sorry?
Yeah, people tend not to last long in here. Heart attacks, ulcers, stress. Non-stop pressure from Mr. Richard... Ah, Mr. Richardson.
Ah, Jane. Suit you?
Hmm?
Your new office.
There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance.
Because your job can change your life critically, Allied Dunbar financial plans adapt to help you face the unexpected.
Let's face the music and dance.
Problem?
Got it covered.
Allied Dunbar, for the life you don't yet know.
Just tell us what it was you saw.
Well, just starting to close up for the night, I guess, and all of a sudden these real bright lights just seem to come out of nowhere. Man, it's moving fast. Hey, Martha!
It's on video.
Yeah, he's real smart.
Martha was out in the kitchen, and I started hollering, come here, look at this.
What's the matter, honey?
What is that?
Can't say for sure what it was.
Lights were so bright.
I didn't see hardly.
Then it just came on in there, as close to me as you are right now.
What do you think it was? Did it have any markings or anything?
It had this kind of little symbol, kind of
Like
W.
Like a V, W.
I'm a little lamb.
If you're an active sort of person, PPP Healthcare has a special fast lane plan to help you deal with whatever comes at you. PPP Healthcare, with you at every step.
Sean Bean.
Is it game tomorrow?
Emily Lloyd.
Seem to let you play.
When Saturday comes.
My big mate's invited me round for dinner.
Very tasty.
New pepperami, wide boy.
Cash flow,
overheads. Oh, here comes some more bank charges. Oh, the joys of running a business. Oh, there's got to be something less painful. Gyrobank. UK's leading cash handling service charge less to handle my company's daily takings. That's bang on. Isn't it time you took the sting out of your bank charges? Gyrobank, moving money for business.
Because life is never quite what you expect, Allied Dunbar financial plans adapt to help you cope. Call us free on 0800 888 666 for more information. Allied Dunbar, for the life you don't yet know.
Welcome back to the second half of our featured match from the Artemio Franchi Stadium in Florence. Fiorentina challenging for the Scudetto, leading Napoli, but only by a single goal, albeit a very special one from Gabriel Batistuta. Fiorentina now defending them the goal to our left. Serena taking the throw. But I think generally, Luther Blissett, looking back on that first 45 minutes, they were rather disappointing, Fiorentina.
That's right, yeah. I mean, they haven't really created very much. They've gone for this long, very direct approach at the moment, and they really haven't got the players to do that job. So it has been a bit frustrating for the forwards.
Imbriani. Having said that, Napoli, although they've certainly created some chances, haven't been very sharp in front of goal themselves.
I think they really need to be thinking now of bringing on Napoli if they're going to spark their attacks a little bit quicker and bring some real variation to their forward play. At the moment, it's very sterile, very workmanlike, and you can't really see the goal actually coming.
Napoli with just 2 wins and away from home in Serie A. Their last was 4 months ago at Piacenza. The other against Atalanta back in September. Sofil, who's come in today as the extra defender, 5 at the back for Fiorentina, at the expense of Rui Costa. So they've sacrificed a midfield man, and a very creative one at that, to tighten things up at the back. Parry. Cohen's let it go, thinking Serena was behind him, but so too was Renato Busso.
A little bit of miscommunication there.
A real misunderstanding between those two Fiorentina defenders. Here's Bordin now to chip it through. Out by Belushi. Coes. Very competitive player, Coes. Now Schwartz. And that was an excellent pass too, releasing Serena down that left side. Batistuta making tracks towards the penalty box. Here's Batistuta now. Good defending by Tarantino. Now, a substitution is going to be made here, and Di Napoli, just as Luther was hoping, is coming on in the face of Imbriani.
We haven't seen very much of Imbriani, to be fair. He has been very quiet, so it's probably not too much of a surprise.
One young striker replacing another. Baldini. This is Pecchia, who had a fine first half, but has now given the ball away.
Very poor pass.
Here he is again. Then Agostini taking over from him. Busso. And that was certainly a catchable height for Toldo, especially this giant of a man. The tallest goalkeeper in Serie A. He was the only Fiorentina player selected for Italy's get-together during the week. Bucci and Peruzzi, the other goalkeepers who were called up. Parry. Shaking off Baiano. Now Busso, it's Ayala who's made the run outside him. Played in for Pecchia. Maldini. There's been no real penetration about Napoli's play so far.
No, they seem quite content to keep playing in front of Fiorentina, and that will make Fiorentina very happy because you cause them no problems. They've got to be more decisive when they get the ball and try to get balls sliding through the side of them and down the side if they're going to cause them any real problems.
Agostini away from Serena. There was no foul there. Then the slip by Bajika. Pecchia. Now Baiano's away. Maldini tracking back with him. Still Baiano. Going on his own. Pushed aside.
I think that's a penalty. I think that one. I think that's a penalty, that.
Cruz had ushered him wide. Did he barge him over?
I mean, he's done well there. He's pushed him wide, and there it is. There's the shove.
Well, Baiano is certainly a lightweight figure. He looked very flimsy then as Cruz challenged with him. And the referee has pointed to, I think, a corner. So
he's only given a corner.
Bajika. This is Schwartz. Bajika swinging over the cross, and the header tipped over the top. Amoruso.
Oh, hit the crossbar, I think. I'm not sure the goalkeeper touched that one. But I could be wrong.
Well, the referee has given the corner. That was the cross from Bajika. I don't think he did get his hands to it. I think you're right there, Luther, but... well, he'll take the credit for the save that he didn't make. Schwartz for the corner this time. That's Bajika. And this time it will be a goal kick. So plenty of activity there in the Napoli goal mouth. Tagliatella relieved to see this header from Amoruso strike the top of the bar, but I don't think he got his fingertips to it. Belushi. Schwartz has got Serena away to his left. Schwartz with the shot. Great stop by Tagliatella.
Super strike again. On target, plenty of power. The goalkeeper equal to it.
To wake up Napoli now. Here's Di Napoli. Closed up by Bajika, and here to assist him, Carnashali. Bajika, Sotil. Well, Fiorentina would really welcome the cushion of another goal while it stays at 1. Napoli are still in with a fighting chance, although they haven't looked very dangerous coming forward. Having said that, Fiorentina have been nervous with their defending. Cruz, who can certainly strike a ball, but he's a lot happier on his left foot.
Yes, it did look that way, and he was very reluctant to actually cut inside, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't fancy this, he was thinking.
Oh, but that was a super strike, wasn't it? Goalkeeper equal to it, and no problem in the end.
Schwartz. Now Bodin. And that'll be a throw to Napoli, who have at least revived their season in the past few weeks after a pretty dreadful spell that they went through before Christmas. Now, that's Di Napoli.
Wasn't too far away, but I think the goalkeeper had that one covered.
I think also Toldo would have had one eye on Agostini, who was arriving in the middle at the same time. Good bit of skill there.
It was, yeah. I mean, he's hit that out of the blue, and goalkeeper did really well to make sure he had it covered.
Pecchia. Now Bodin. Coes. Still Pecchia working so hard. Cruz. Has been very impressive, Pecchia. An international, I would think, of the future. That's Tarantino's cross. And there was a chance for Pecchia. Agostini couldn't force it in. Down he goes. Frantic appeals for a penalty. Bordin, and he's driven it wide.
What a super opportunity to equalise. I mean, there was a little something went on there. I'm not quite sure what it was that prevented him getting the shot off earlier, but you'd have thought this had to end up in a goal. Great chest control there. And I think maybe the defender actually did make contact with the ball.
Well, that was Malushi with the first intervention.
I mean, after that was done, I mean, it was very difficult for anybody to get the shot in because they soon got bodies around the ball. And finally, that one went wide.
But a strong, firm reminder then to Fiorentina, this game isn't won yet. Napoli have a corner. Busso will take the kick. But the break could be on now for Fiorentina. Baiano. No, Batistuta offside.
That one hurt. Because he knew that was another opportunity coming for him. Good defending, just stepped up on him.
Now, is this going to be a substitution? Yes, Longo is going to come on. Rafael Longo and Pecchia. I found that hard to believe, he's going off.
True. Maybe they've settled for a 1-0 loss.
Well, to my mind, he's played as well as anyone, Pecchia.
He has. He's been a bit of a driving force for them.
Longo, who's only 18, a local lad who's come up through the youth ranks with Napoli. Came on late last week against Juventus as a substitute for Busso. Here's Schwartz. Serena, Zika. Baiano is testing Baldini's defensive qualities again. 20 minutes to go. Baldini. Cruz. Bordin's gone through here. It was an excellent ball from Busso. That was Bordin's cross. But they're not going to beat him in the air. Now Rui Costa is going to come on. It's usually the other way around. He normally comes off.
But let's hope we don't see him come on and have to go off again.
Baiano. Slipping it through. Bajika's after it. Got his foot to it too. Some hesitant defending then by Napoli. But it has gone unpunished. The referee's given the foul anyway, I think, there. So Rui Costa preparing to come on in place of Coes. Sandro Coes. So they've swapped his aggressive qualities for the guile and subtlety of the Portuguese international Rui Costa. Parry. Busso. Amoruso there, who stuck out a long leg. Foul by Baldini on Baiano. Rui Costa. Well, he is such an intelligent player, Rui Costa, but he hasn't been too pleased with the coach's decision to substitute him so often this season. 14, remember, in all. And he has been taken off in each of the last 3 Serie A games before this one. So he doesn't finish too many matches, but his contribution before he goes off is so often enlightening. does set up so many chances for other players. Belushi now. Got control on the ball. Here's Rui Costa. Carnashali. Played in for Batistuta. Rui Costa with him. Good anticipation, though, by Ayala. And then a trip by Batistuta. But they do work these little combinations so well. Batistuta, Baiano, and now Rui Costa. It's a threat to any defence. But Ranieri opting for a more direct approach today. That was Bourdin. Down goes to Napoli. Baiano on the counter-attack. Good tackle by Baldini. Nothing wrong with that. He timed that perfectly. Longo. Agostini. Now Tarantino. Bourdin, who's seen a lot of the ball in the second half. Di Napoli, he's got quick feet, this fellow. Busso. Rui Costa was blocking his path. But still, the Fiorentina goal stays under attack. Agostini. The block by Carnashali. Batistuta. Now Rui Costa. Such intelligent distribution then. Carnashali. Batistuta. Is this going to be number 2? Oh, what a strike by Gabriel Batistuta. 75 and it's gone. That's another fabulous goal by the Argentine international.
Fantastic finishing. Oh. I mean, that truly shows a man at his form. I mean, he's so confident there. One touch, second touch in the back of the net. Absolutely superb finishing. And it was always going to end up in the back of the net the moment he made the run and he was on his own.
Well, his finishing has been the difference between the two teams.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Great touch. And he's made his mind up immediately what he's going to do with it. Just hits it on the half volley. Super finish. So much power and absolutely no chance.
He was totally in control of the situation.
He was, yeah.
Batistuta now on 16 goals for the season in Serie A. On by Longo to Agostini. Di Napoli almost wriggled through. Cool defending though by Belushi. Now Rui Costa. Off goes Batistuta again. Baiano in the middle. Here is Baiano onside. That's 3.
Super bit of play again. Rui Costa there, great little turn. Looks up, sees him making a run, slips him in and returns the compliment to his striking partner.
Baiano tucked it away in such clinical fashion. And that surely has settled it now in Fiorentina's favour. 2 goals in the space of, 4 minutes. Baiano with his 9th of the season in Serie A. Batistuta from goal scorer to goal maker. But was he offside?
It was very close indeed.
Well, there were some heated protests from those Napoli defenders.
You've also got to say, though, why try to play offside when you've got it covered anyway? Sometimes defenders take the easy way out, and this occasion, if they have, they've been punished by it.
Well, all credit to Baiano for the finish. He took his chance so well. And that, you would think, now has ended any question of a Napoli revival. They've had their moments in the second period. They couldn't find the necessary cutting edge, and they've suffered for it. Agostini. Good goalkeeping by Toldo. Napoli have now conceded 14 goals in their last 4 away games. This was the latest one, scored by Baiano, set up by Batistuta and Rui Costa. So the substitution, Luther, has paid off.
It has indeed.
Di Napoli.
I think if you've got world-class players in your team, I think you've really got to play them and give them their head, and you've really got to tolerate some of the things that they do, because they'll always be in a position to win you a game at any one time.
Baiano. Here's Rui Costa. Zico alongside. So did Ranieri get it right?
Well, it's worked out for him. He's put him on and he's done the job. So I think both parties going to be happy at the end of this one.
Sotil, the covering defender. All very neat and clever, but it was out of play.
A little bit of overconfidence there.
Agostini hooking it across. Amoruso hooking it away. But you can sense the excitement around the ground now. It was so vital that Fiorentina won today. Really, the manner of performance didn't count for too much. It was getting the 3 points. That's the header over the top from Bordin.
It's a very good opportunity really to have buried that one. That's got to go down as a chance missed. See, as it comes in here now, plenty of pace on it. Really all he's got to do is give it direction and the ball should be in the back of the net there.
Busso. Longo. He hadn't seen Malushi. And here comes Fiorentina again with Stefan Schwarz. But it's now something of a stroll for them. The damage has been done as we head towards the final minute of the 90. Baiano. Amoruso. Rui Costa. No real challenge from any of the Napoli players. I think their heads are down now.
I think they've accepted it that the game's over for them.
And they have been found out in this game by some deadly finishing from Fiorentina. And there will be 3 minutes to add on, unless number 3 is coming on. No, that's 3 minutes of injury time. Can be a bit confusing. Bordin. Away by Sotil. This is Di Napoli. Couldn't squeeze his shot through though, and away comes Scarnasciali to Schwarz. Now Rui Costa drifting through. Bertoni. And the momentum had rather died down there. Rui Costa made a terrific run into the middle. If Bertoni could have found him. Here's Rui Costa now. Certainly influencing the game since he's come on. Bertoni, Rui Costa, he's onside. Still Rui Costa.
That was unlucky there, wouldn't he? Good bit of skill there, dribbling into the box, but the defenders was really, there's too many of them there for him.
Fari. Now Tarantino. Bordin. Murray letting it run through to Tarantino. This is Di Napoli. Did well to get his cross in too. Laid off by Longo to Bordin. He has Busso wide of him. That was Serena in the way. Still Busso. But the shot was a pretty harmless one. And rather summed up the way that Napoli have finished today. They've been very disappointing in front of goal.
They have indeed, yeah. They've really posed no threat whatsoever. Really, if you pose no threat to the opposition, they can really play the game in whatever fashion they feel.
So, Luther, how seriously do you think we can take Fiorentina's title challenge now?
Well, on today's showing, it hasn't been one of the most adventurous as we've seen them play, but it's been a solid performance. They haven't really given much away at the back, and they've obviously nicked it 3-0, so it's got to be a very serious challenge.
Tarantino. Good closing down by Stefan Schwarz. There's certainly been no shortage of commitment from Fiorentina. Here's Schwarz now. Batistuta. Goal poacher extraordinaire. Rui Costa. That's Belushi, Bertoni. Rui Costa. Belushi. Batistuta, great flick there, Schwarz. Batistuta!
Oh, he's going to be very disappointed with that, because that should have been really his hat-trick. Super bit of play there. And, he is going to be disappointed with not putting that away.
A wonderful piece of improvisation involved in the build-up there from Batistuta, but he couldn't finish it off right at the death.
Yeah, great little flick and a return ball there. Defender's got a touch, and you think you're going to keep it low and finish it, but no, straight at the goalkeeper.
But nonetheless, the headline writers will be extolling the virtues of Gabriel Batistuta once again. Fiorentina have won by 3-0. Well, now let's take a check on the other afternoon matches in Serie A this week. Bari 0, Vicenza 2, Otero and Rossi there for Vicenza. Cremonese have beaten Cagliari by 3-1. Inter, with a winning goal from Branca after just 8 minutes, have accounted for Atalanta. Padova 1, Lazio 3, Signori among the scorers there for Lazio. Roma have beaten Torino with a goal from Statuto. Sampdoria 3, Piacenza 0, Mihailovic, Chiesa and Mancini. And Parma, disappointingly for them, have drawn goalless away to Udinese. So at the top of Serie A, Milan's lead has been cut to 4 points there by Fiorentina, with Parma in third place, a further 3 points adrift. Then come Lazio on 39 in fourth position. So Fiorentina closing the gap on Milan after the afternoon games, but of course Milan were playing in the night match this weekend. We won't tell you the result of that, as the confrontation with Juventus in Turin is our feature game on Mezzanotte on Tuesday night. Don't miss that, one of the highlights of the Italian season. Well, that's it for now, but don't forget Gazzetta, of course, on Saturday morning from 11 o'clock, all the week's news and views, and another live game for you on Sunday afternoon. But for now, from Luther Blissett and myself, Peter Brackley, a very good night to you as we leave you with the man of the moment yet again for Fiorentina, Gabriel Batistuta.
The latest edition of the Channel 4 Football Italia magazine is out now, and it costs £2.50.